Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Always close to the dead zone. Left the enemy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Richmond International Speedway with the Wiley. Oh, wait, that's right. Wiley X trucks are over. We're here for the RSeat.net Cup Series tonight on a Tuesday night, Andy Kessler.
That's right. A little bit of a shake up there, but yes, we're doing some cup racing here tonight. Tuesday night in Richmond, 2 days away from the chase.
2 days away from the chase. This race marks the last race in the race for the chase. That race, by the way, starts Thursday at Martinsville. So, short track week. If you're a short track fanatic, you're definitely going to love this week like myself. Let me introduce you to the crew tonight. I'm Ben Kilcrease, Andy Kessler, as always, in the booth with me. Have a switch up on producers tonight. Carl Brown is pressing the buttons and getting the picture that you see to you tonight. And Andy, Richmond International Raceway, this is a very challenging track if you don't know how to run it. If you're a new guy, which there are a few new guys out here, or some guys we haven't seen in the Cup Series yet this season, they're going to be running some laps out here, even for veterans. So this track is very hard to get around, especially on the later runs when the tires are worn out and you want to slide everywhere and bounce off the wall in corner two.
Oh, absolutely. These corner two definitely sneaks up on you rather quickly. Like you said, when the tires start to wear off, that front straightaway is always turning too. It's a curved front stretch. With these Cup cars, you really got to be careful coming off of turn 4 too. We might see a lot of guys end up loose right off of there and actually spinning themselves out. But Richmond, it's a rhythm track, Ben. Rhythm. It's all about getting into that zone, getting in the rhythm, and you look at the top of the board. There's a few of those guys right up there that's right up their alley.
Oh yeah, just to name off a few right now: Washington, Jones, Baum, Lennon, he's up there as well. This is going to be a fantastic race tonight here at Richmond International Raceway. 200 laps. That's a long distance But you can't just sit back and ride the whole time because this is a shorter track. It's harder to make up positions here because there's obviously more cars on the, or not necessarily more cars, but more cars on the track per square foot or so, I should say.
Yeah, exactly, Ben. No, and it's one of them things. Like you said, it's hard to make up ground. Restarts are going to be critical. If you're sitting, in that top 10, or you got to make up as many positions as you can on those restarts. Because once the field gets strung out, it's going to be tough to chase guys down because it's such a short track and because it's such a rhythm track. You'll gain some time, but you might lose it the next lap. So, pit road's going to be key. A lot of guys maybe taking some chances, especially if green flag pit stops occur with 2 tires. Maybe you might see that a lot tonight. But overall, this is a great way to begin this week and begin the chase here in 2 days. Is a short track like this, and then we just get to head a little bit west here in Virginia and kick off the chase in Martinsville.
Certainly is, and let's talk about last week at Talladega. Some big storylines coming out of that race. First off, Dave Washington, who sits top of the boards right now in qualifying, Andy, he blew up early in the race and didn't even finish the race. He was right at the very back of the field. Can't even remember right now the exact position, but Washington, he's got some redemption to do here tonight at Richmond International Raceway. Mitch Lennon, he's coming off that big win, and Dylan Jones, he's coming off a second place finish. So a bunch of guys trying to rebound from last week. A bunch of guys are just trying to keep the momentum going this week.
Yeah, we saw a great team effort last week with the RC.net team with Mitch Lennon, Dylan Jones. Literally flawless all race long. We talked about it basically all race last week. Whenever they had to make a switch, they were right back to each other's bumpers. Pit road was perfect, and that's exactly what you need at a plate track like that to get the job done, and those guys definitely got it done. You did say with the horrible, I'll call it a horrible run, that Dave Washington had. He ended up finishing 20th last week with the blown motor. Definitely not what he wanted. But I know this week he's been circling these dates on his calendar because he is a short track guy and he loves these rhythm tracks like Richmond, like Martinsville, like New Hampshire. So I'm looking to him to be very stout here tonight and, of course, Thursday night.
2 of the tracks may be Washington's favorite, and Washington might be the favorite tonight here at Richmond International Speedway. We're just moments away from the green flag, but right now we're going to head trackside with Denise Hutchinson for tonight's national anthem and following with the command.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Crank them up. Fired up. Hi, bud. Fired up. Fired up. Crank it up. Crank it up. Fired up. We have a good time today. Keep your eyes out up there, Dylan.
On behalf of iRacing.com, Motorsport Simulations, Noble Motorsport, and RC.net, welcome to Richmond International Raceway in Richmond, Virginia. Let's waste no time and run them through the start. Starting on the pole in the number 10 with a time of 19.856. That's Dave Washington, just to his outside. I'll call him an arch nemesis here in the Cup Series. He can't shake this guy off his rear, and that's Dylan Jones in the 11.
That's right, starting third. And the number 2 is Kenny Baum Jr. And right to his outside, a guy we haven't seen a lot in the Cup Series over the recent seasons, and the 18 of Randy Hedrick.
Ben Nile, a fantastic qualifying run for him. He rolls off 5th. Last week's winner, Mitch Lennon, in the outside row, or on the outside, he rolls off 6th in number 5.
Row number 4, we'll see Eric Dollareva in that 74 car on the inside. To his outside, the 55 of William Roberts.
TJ Graves rolls off 9th in the 29. 17 is Trevor Smith, your truck champion. He rolls off 10th.
Starting 11th in the 60, Brian Neff, and starting right on his outside, actually, I don't know how you say this. Brian owns the car, but the 76 of Brad Spidell is going to roll off 12th.
Cody Marshall crashed his car in qualifying. He has to line up towards the back. He rolls off 13th in that number 37. He's got a real quick machine under his belt, though. James Ray, he rolls off 14th in the number 00.
Sean Medling in that 73 will roll off 15th, and outside of row number 8 will be Scott Wallace in the 66.
BJ Tidrick rolls off 17th. Stefan Brunel rolls off 18th.
Shotgun on the field is the 45 of Dylan Lee.
And that's the starting lineup for the final race in the race for the chase here tonight at Richmond International Raceway. Update you on some guys that got some EOLs tonight. Scott Wallace, Ben Nile, and Trevor Smith. Those guys have to go to the back of the pack to start this evening's event. Here we go, Andy. Getting set for the green flag. It's Jones and Washington, a strong front row. Just behind them, though, Kenny Baum Jr. and Randy Hedrick. That's another strong row. And this is going to be a great race. Can't wait to get underway.
Oh, absolutely. Good to see Kenny Baum up there early in the race here with a great qualifying run. Typically, he's find himself in back, and he's just been having so much trouble this season. So look for good things out of him tonight.
Lights off on the pace car. It pulls to pit road. Who will head into the chase with a head full of momentum? We'll find out in 200 laps at Richmond. They'll take him clean down into corner number 1. Washington has about a 2-car length lead. They'll cut that down to 1-car length off the corner number 2. Dylan Jones not letting him get too far away early on.
He isn't letting him get too far away, but the battles for 4th, not so much. Eric Dollareva up to that 4th spot. Randy Hedrick back to 5th.
Hedrick's one of those guys that wants to just sit here and ride these first couple of laps, and he makes his charge towards the end of the run. Top 6 right now. Taylor knows to go back a little bit further, though, and there's some side-by-side racing going on. Brian Neff is battling with Cody Marshall right now.
That's right, Cody Marshall made little time of that. He's got to go. Got to go to the front. Now he's going to work his way through William Roberts right now as he's trying to get to his back bumper in turn 1 and 2. Kenny Baum slides up the track just a bit. That's going to leave the door open for TJ Graves. Kenny
Baum Jr. was third. Dollareva got around him, and Baum just has not found a place back in. He's got a slight opening here, and he'll squeeze in. He will. Kenny Baum Jr. finally gets back to the racing groove after dropping back to the 7th position.
Single file now pretty much all throughout the field, but those front runners, Dylan Jones, his one main thing, I talked to him last week at Daytona, and his biggest thing was that Talladega, excuse me, he did not want Dave to get too far away from him, so he looked for him to ride his tracks. I don't think he's going to look too much into trying to, take the lead from him early on here, but maybe learn something, because the short tracks are definitely not his strong point, although he has been getting better, he says.
That he has, and he's not letting it get too far away. Washington at the line that time had about a 3/10 of a second lead. Got to go a little bit further back, though, to see Eric Dollareva. He was very skeptical heading into the night. He said, man, I don't know, you guys are going to catch me crashing on the camera. He's looking pretty good so far. He sits third. I know it's early in the running, but still, third is pretty good here in the very early running. He started 7th.
Well, if anything's going for him, it's the fact he's on that Sam Bass team, and he's teammates with one of the best guys at a track like this. So it's good to see him up to 3rd already, especially starting 7th. Made a great jump up there early on, got that track position. Now we'll see him ride it out here as he's still continuing kind of falling away. These top two guys are really just pulling away from the field.
That they are. Cody Marshall continuing to march his way through the field. He started 13th. Remember that. He's up to the 8th position right now. On the rear bumper, Kenny Baum Jr. Now Marshall and Washington, they swap the top spot all throughout practice. They go out, one make a lap, they go quicker. The other one go out, they go quicker. It was really entertaining to watch in practice. And if Marshall ever gets to the front of this thing, I think he might have something for Washington and Jones.
Oh, absolutely. Cody Marshall is a definite short track threat. We remember last season at Martinsville, he had that thing won until that late race pit stop where he got caught speeding. So Cody Marshall, definitely a short track guy, and I know we circled Thursday night's race on the calendar as well.
Yeah, speaking about we remember that, I don't think he wants to remember it though. If he gets around Kenny Baum Jr. for the 7th position, that's going to leave Baum on that outside. Baum looks to be struggling here in the early going in this race. He's going to fall back to the 9th position right there.
Yeah, he is. William Roberts going to get that by him. See if he can not drop back down in front here. And doesn't look like it is. Looks like, yeah, William Roberts is going to try to make something of this as they head down into turn number 3 and 4.
Brad Spidell now on the inside of Kenny Baum Jr. And Spidell got it that time. Baum back to 10th. And he's continuing to fall back. Got a little sideways off a tune there.
Hey, he is. I'm sorry I get those ones all mixed up there. I was looking at the 00, saw the pink numbers, thought that was Spidell. But no, Brad Spidell made a little short doing there of Kenny Baum Jr. And as of right now, it looks like James Ray on his way up front too as he gets by Kenny Baum.
Bumper from Marshall to Graves in 1 and 2. Graves is really trying to work his way through this field quick, and he's got somebody tagging along his rear bumper. William Roberts is following him everywhere he goes, and is actually looking to the inside of him now. That's for 7th.
Yeah, William Roberts has been nothing but impressive since he's jumped up here in the Cup Series this season, Ben. Running a limited schedule, but man, I'll tell you, he's been impressive week in and week out with some great runs every week. And well, as TJ Graves gets loose on the front stretch, he's going to lose a couple spots.
That shows you just how quick something can happen here at Richmond International Raceway. Marshall clears it just barely on a backstretch, but 2 positions lost from Graves right there. He could be in jeopardy. If Forza gets loose again, sideways in front of Spidell. He's still sideways trying to regain composure down the front stretch.
That's kind of what I was talking about during a little pre-race thing there, Ben, was that front stretch, how it's curved with these Cup cars with all this horsepower.
Got a car into the wall, and oh my goodness, we're going to wad him up. Sean Medling is involved, as well as Ben Nile in corner number 2 and 3, and not a good night for these 2 rookies to the Cup Series.
Absolutely not. Unfortunate there, lap number 16. Looks like Ben Nile's going to have some major repairs to do on this machine if he can even get that thing going here.
I don't know if it's too late to get a replay, but DJ Chidrick right there. Whew. Talk about some driving. He split those guys right to the middle. Not a scratch on that number 13 machine.
Well, pit road's open, Ben, and all the leaders except for Mitch Linden are coming down pit road.
17 laps on a set of tires. That's quite a bit of laps. We'll have to see what Washington and Jones and everybody else does. I'm pretty sure we won't see the same strategy by everybody. Lennon, though, we're used to seeing this from him. This guy can come up with the most bizarre strategies and make it work somehow or another. And he leads this thing right now.
He's probably hoping that some guys decide to take 2 tires and get out ahead. Here comes TJ Graves. 2 tires and down for TJ Graves. He's going to beat Washington off pit road.
Signature move from TJ Graves there. It looks like he was the only one to do it on that route of pit stops. So we'll have to wait and see how that shapes up.
Lennon's coming in. It looks like he was just wanting to lead a lap there, Ben. So it looks like TJ Graves can be your new leader here on the restart.
There you have it. 2 tires for TJ Graves on this restart. And have to see how he shapes up against the rest of the field. Everybody else took 4.
I think Mitch Lennon's was a point. He wanted that point. He wanted to get that bonus point, maybe not thinking he might be able to have it.
And
All
Don
right.
held up here in the booth. Cut him off on his radio there. That's all right. We'll get him back out there pretty soon. Randy Hedrick did co-crease in the booth. Got a copy?
I can barely hear you, bud. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
That's all right. We'll talk loud.
There you go. Now I can hear you.
Oh, all right, all right. Well, Randy, good to see you back here in the Cup Series. I know this is not an everyday thing for you here, but what made you want to come out here at Richmond and get this thing done against these guys?
Oh, man, I love Richmond. I love this short track junk. That's pretty much what I'm all about. Them draft tracks where you depend on somebody else for winning a race. I really can't stand them, but you come to a short track like this, I'm all over it.
I hear you. Well, good luck the rest of the way here. We know the lights are off on the pace car here, and good to see you up front, and hopefully we talk to you later on.
10-4, thank you.
Randy Hedrick in the number 18. He rolls off on the outside. Row number 2. TJ Graves, Dave Washington, Dylan Jones, Randy Hedrick, Eric Dallariva, top 5 as we get set for the restart on lap 20. And once we take the stripe here, we'll be 1/10 of the way through this race. Graves in the gas, we're racing again.
Well, Graves didn't spin the tires that time with the 2-tire deal, but here he is heading down in turn number 1. Looks like Dave Washington's got to go to the outside. He thought better of it right there as the guys get wadded up behind him. And TJ Graves now way to the bottom as Dave Washington goes by.
Washington's going to try and complete the pass on the outside. Graves not going to give up, though. He'll have to fair. Dave Washington takes the lead. Randy Hendrickson up to third. He's looking to get around TJ Graves. Back behind them, though, a gaggle of cars, a snarling pack of Fords and Chevrolets, 3 wide almost down the front stretch.
That they are second place. Now TJ Graves going to relinquish that to Randy Hedrick. Move Hedrick now to second place. Is now Dylan Jones who's going to want to do something here with that 2-tire stop of TJ Graves as Cody Marshall now finds himself in the top 5. And everybody's all jumbled up now.
Graves under immense pressure from Jones in 3 and 4. He's looking to get it from him. Graves kind of pulls a little bit away there. Gets loose though. A tad. Jones still not in a position to make a move in 1. He might get a run on the backstretch. But look at Cody Marshall. You talked about him, Andy. He is right there in the top 5. He's already made his way up to the front. He's ready to get got. Oh, and Graves almost cuts the nose off of Jones.
He does, and left Cody Marshall high and dry there on the outside. TJ Graves kind of leaving that outside lane open, like telling you come and get it, but Dylan Jones won't have none of that as he's still on his back bumper. Off the 2, looks like this time he might have a run.
He peeks his nose low, not going to do it this time. Oh, Jones way high. He's going to say, hey, you go ahead, Cody. I'll let you try.
Yeah, but in doing that, now he left the inside open to Eric Dallariva, and Eric Dallariva's now going to look to the inside of the 11 as they head to turn number 1. He's going to make that pass stick. Now it's up to 55 with William Roberts.
Not going to get it done, though. Jones pulls it back in line. Marshall trying to work to the back bumper of Graves. Graves keeping his own. As of right now, the 2 leaders, though, Dave Washington and Randy Hedrick slowly pulling away from the field.
They are. That's TJ Graves in that 3rd position there with the 2-tire stop that he made. He's kind of holding people up, but he's riding that line. As long as he stays on that bottom line, it's going to mean a bumper that these guys are going to have to put to him just to get him out of the way.
Oh, and I can sure enough bet you that that will be in store for him. These drivers not the most patient, especially on a short track here when you have a slower driver in front of you. Marshall's right there. He's being pretty patient with it now.
Is now, but that's because they're early. 28 laps now complete here. As they head back into turn number 1, Cody Marshall going to go to the high side. I don't know if he's going to try to dime in the corner here. There he is, down to the bottom now. Going to try to get a run as they head back to turn number 3.
Don't think that worked quite as well. It did work a little bit, though. He might have learned something there. Just might not go as high the next time. Marshall still trying to work his way around Graves. Back behind him, though, got another dandy of a battle. That's for the 4th position. Excuse me, 5th between Dylan Jones and Eric Dallariva.
That is, Eric Dallariva been up front all night long so far since that start. Worked his way from, I think it was 8th all the way to 3rd, or 7th all the way to 3rd. Now here he is right now in that 5th position. He has it. Jones wants it as they head back into 1.
Third position up for grabs for Cody Marshall. He's on the inside of Graves. Graves almost put him in the wall on the front stretch, and Marshall pinches him into the wall on the back stretch. Cody Marshall clears TJ Graves. Graves gets on the apron, gets sideways in front of Delary, but now he's going to block him down the front stretch. Graves all puts him out of control.
He is almost whacked that wall pretty hard there on the front stretch. Not sure if he did or not, but Jones got by him now. The 55 of William Roberts looking. He's not going to be able to make it happen this time into 3.
TJ Graves loses quite a bit of position there. He's got another line of cars behind him. Here comes Roberts looking low again.
He is Ben Niles. You can see him on the apron down there, staying out of the way, coming back up pit road. Oh, TJ Graves is around. He's around on the backstretch.
Oh, he backed up right in front of Stefan Brunel. Multiple cars taken out right there. One driver that I think had a possibility to win this thing in the late runs, James Ray, made significant contact. Kenny Baum Jr. might have got a piece of the wall. And then TJ Graves just backed right down the track in front of Stefan Brunel. Brunel had nowhere to go.
No, he didn't. Pit road is open for our leaders. It looks like all of them are coming down pit road to get service. It's only been about 15 laps or so, Ben, but you might as well. You got opportunity to get it.
Sorry to cut you off there, Andy. TJ Graves with a damaged car just knocked down a few barrels at the starting, at the beginning of pit road there. So, one driver's staying out. That's Ben now. He's going to just get his wave around here. Looks like he's got that car pretty much straight back up. Doesn't look too pretty, but it was all sorts out of tow. Looks to be somewhat straighter. Randy Hedrick wins the race off pit road.
Oh, yeah, he did, man. A great stop by his crew right there. Is going to put him out in front of the 10 car of Dave Washington. Probably a good spot to be in. It's better to be ahead of him than trying to pass him in the later going.
Oh, most definitely. And Cody Marshall, he'll come out third on this round of pit stops, so that's a good stop for Marshall's crew there. Let's see if we can't dial up somebody else here. And Trevor, this is Ben Coker. He's up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do, Ben. What's up?
Not much. I asked the same to you. You're sitting ninth right now. First time out here in the Cup car here at Noble. You're the truck champion. Do you like these short tracks?
I'm still trying to get a hold of this Cup car here. I've kind of been the wrong choice for a first race in the Cup Series.
Yeah, we talked about it early going. Richmond International Raceway, very hard to get around, especially for even the veterans in this race. Trevor, do you have any strategy going on in the coming laps or at the end of the race? Any strategy planned out?
I'm just hanging out, biding my time, bud.
There you have it. Well, Trevor, wish you the best of luck, and hope to talk to you maybe in the top 3 after the race.
See you then.
There you have it. Trevor Smith will restart 9th on this restart, and Andy, he seems to be having some problems.
Hey, listen, you know what? Just to talk about him, man, he's doing a heck of a job. Comes into Noble with a bunch of buddies of his, you know, and they had their own little team going there, and he did a hell of a job this season. He had 3 second-place finishes in a row there in the trucks, which really separated him from everybody else in the field. And then to cap it off, he wins the last race of the season. So, great driver right there in the Truck Series. And, you know, hey, if he comes back in the Truck Series, good for him. Hopefully he can defend that title. But I imagine you'll see him at least make his bid for a nationwide title next season also.
And multi-talented that young man is. He was actually part of the broadcast team on the
yes, he was.
side of things.
He was, and he did a great job for all of us over there too. So, yeah, man of many hats here. He just comes over to Noble and we put him in everywhere.
Randy Hedrick, Dave Washington. He's starting on the front row, and I have a little chuckle in my voice there because these guys have.
There's some history. There's some history.
Yeah, history. Pace cars down pit road. We'll see if Hedrick can hold him off. We'll see if Marshall can clear Washington. Green flag, and Washington did not get caught sleeping. Marshall did. Jones is going to clear Marshall into one. Jones back up to third. Marshall could lose more positions.
He could. Eric Dollarivas looking to the inside. Not going to happen. Look at that run. Cody Marshall out off of turn number 2. He's not going to be able to do anything with it, though, as he has to fall back in line with Jones.
Top 5 tail to nose, a little bit of double file behind him. Now Dollarriva looking to the inside of Marshall. Dollarriva really making a name for himself here tonight at Richmond International Raceway. Like I said, coming into the night, he said, man, I'm not going to be that good here. And he's running in the top 5 right now.
Yeah, he is. He's running in the top 5 and steadily in the top 5, too. So great job so far by that 74 car. He's probably learned a few things from his teammate Dave Washington this past week, but that battle up front, it's a close one, Ben, as Hedrick still continues to lead in the 3.
Hedrick has the lead. Washington, though, we know how he is. He's not going to let him get too far away. Dylan Jones trying to reel those 2 in as well, and he is starting to reel them in slowly. We could have a 3-car battle for the lead here at Richmond.
That we could. Dave Washington really trying to size up Randy Hedrick right now. Like I said early in the ride, this is a rhythm track, and there's a whole bunch of guys in here that are really good. Whoa, it's Hedrick off the wall. That's going to leave the inside opener for Washington into 1.
And just a little scrape like that will break all of the momentum you have. Hedrick's going to try and fall back in the line. Washington, did he get a little loose there? I think he may have, but Hedrick sticks his nose to the outside.
He does. Outside line we know does not work typically here at Richmond. Dave Washington able to pull away with the lead. Now Hedrick's got his hands full with the 11 of Dylan Jones, who's all over his back bumper.
Jones really dove it down in there. He did not make contact with him, though. Dylan Jones trying to get to the 2nd position. Meanwhile, behind them, Eric Dollarriva all over the bumper of Cody Marshall. That's for 4th. And these guys are having a heck of a battle.
They are. It almost looked like Dollarriva reached out and kissed his back bumper there as they head off of turn number 2. Still real close right now, but that's a battle for 4th. And quick note though, Ben, 29 TJ Graves after that accident, too much damage. He's pulled him behind the wall for tonight.
Bad break for Graves. He was running up there within the top 5. Had a good chance of a top 10 finish tonight. I think though the 2-tire stop was a bad call atop the pit box of that number 29 machine.
Looks like right now the battle's for 5th, though, Ben, as Eric Dollarriva fall back into the clutches of Brad Spidell now as they head to 1.
They'll go side by side. Dollarriva not giving him an inch on the bottom. Dollarriva really put the pinch on. Spidell got loose. Dollarriva trying to prevail back around the outside.
He does, but he slides it into turn number 3. Gonna give that position back to Spidell. Still almost side by side as they head back into 1 with the 55 of William Roberts looking.
Roberts in the mix as well. We'll update you that Dylan Jones just got around Randy Hedrick for 2nd position. These guys get singled out. Now Brad Spidell sets his sights on the number 37, the Cody Marshall. Oh, trouble behind.
60. Yep, Brian F's up in the wall there in 3 and 4. Looks like he's able to keep it straight and keep going.
Trying to work his way around the outside of Kenny Baum Jr. Tell you what, if you've never had a chance to sit down and talk with Brian F., I highly encourage you.
Oh yeah, we had a great time with him the other night.
Yeah. That dude is full of jokes and stories that'll have you rolling for hours.
Battle just in front of these guys. Mitch Lennon looking at the inside of Trevor Smith. He gets loose. He's going to slide back up into the tire tracks now as Trevor Smith gave him that inside line. Mitch Lennon just got a little bit loose off of turn 2.
Back up for the 5th position, Dollarriva and Spidell side by side yet again. This is a battle that's been going on for quite some time now. Dollarriva gonna have him cleared there. Now William Roberts is on the inside of Spidell. He's looking to take that position on the back straightaway. Caution is out.
Caution.
Sure. Everybody on the racetrack will be pissed off at somebody else on the racetrack before this race is over with.
Kyle might have been the cause of that one. Ben Nye on the 72 just drove it down into 1. Just lost it by
Yeah.
himself. Might have had a tire go down. I don't know, but it looks like he just drove it in there a little too hard. Looped it around and got into the wall, and he already had damage on that machine anyway.
Yeah,
so.
you could see the skid marks going right into that wall there, Ben. Man, whoa, heck of a lick he just took. But that's gonna probably, that's gonna call it a night for that 72 also. So that's 2 cars now. I've had enough here at Richmond. Leaders back on pit road.
That they are. Washington leaves the train down. Jones came in second. He had just passed Hedrick before that caution came out. Lap 52, or coming to 53 right now. Sean Medlink's still circling out on the track. He's trying to get a few of his laps back. He's 16 down at the moment.
Yeah, one car, unfortunately, got into that wreck with TJ Graves, the 00 James Ray. 11 laps down, Ben, and definitely not the night he wanted. Wanted to be consistent, get some laps run here as Washington beats everybody off pit road, but you know,
Cody Marshall.
to get in. Oh, that's fine. You want to just get some laps run here before Martinsville, before that chase race starts.
Cody Marshall, his pit crew has their heads on straight and tight. They have gained him positions on every stop, I think, tonight, and they've got him up to the 2nd position.
Yeah, he gained 2 on that stop right there. So, yeah, great job by Cody Marshall's crew, the 37. Glad to see him back. He's been gone for a few weeks, but he loves these tracks, these short tracks, just like Randy Hedrick did.
So we're going to see if we can't dial up the, I don't know, I guess we'll call him the short track king of Noble. I'm the short track
That's
king
your
of
title.
Westpro. I'm the short track king of Westpro. He can be the short track king of Noble. And we got him up here now. Dave, Ben, go for yourself on the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Tell you what, these guys, they aren't letting you run away with it easy tonight, are they?
No, I just, every time you get in that comfortable little zone mode, it just falls apart. Get the quick cautions, and I have to get back into the short run game, I guess, tonight.
Yeah, rhythm. This is a huge rhythm track we talked about earlier, Dave. These types of tracks, this Martinsville, types of tracks that you really like, because you really get in the zone, get in that rhythm, and you just go. Now, there's a guy right behind you on this restart here, Cody Marshall, that likes these types of tracks too. Size him up here. It's the first time you're going to see him on your back bumper.
Yeah, I'll see him for probably 3-4 laps and start to fade.
I hear you on that. Some guys just wear them out quicker than others, I guess.
10-4.
There you have
All
it.
right.
Dave Washington, he'll restart on the point here tonight. Dave, good luck in the rest of the race.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, always a fun one to interview. I love when I interview that guy.
Oh, lights off on the pace car.
It's
He'll
worse
lead
when
him.
he's in a bad mood, though.
Oh, yeah.
Get those one-word answers. No, yes, no, whatever. Okay, have a nice night.
Washington, Marshall, Hedrick, Jones, and Riva. That's pretty much been the same guys who made up the top 5 the whole night, except for Cody Marshall. He slowly started to work his way into it the past run, but now he is really into the top 3. Now he restarts on the outside. Pace car getting set to pull down on the pit road. Washington, he's real good on these restarts. Marshall pinches him down. Washington's in the gas, and he is already in the wall of his own, heading into point number 1.
He is. Now the paddles for second. It gets a little bit looser. Whoa! And Riva drives it right in there inside Hedrick. That stacks the field up.
Oh,
You got trouble behind. Hedrick gets in contact with Spidell.
Spidell resting back ways against the inside wall. He is the only one that really was involved with that. Of course, Hedrick is the one that got into him and caused him to loop it around. But other than that, a very good job of everybody else avoiding that. And Spidell had very slight damage. I think he'll be able to get that fixed and head back out there.
Yeah, he barely touched the wall. So, yeah, he'll be fine. Spidell will be fine there. But that, man, and I talked about this, Ben, on the restarts. These guys are going to have to go. It's going to be the easiest time to make up positions. And watch that 74. Every single restart, man, he is going for it, and he's always trying to get at least 1 or 2 spots here before turn 1.
that he is. Well, we are a fourth of the way through the race, just over a fourth of the way. Working lap number 59, coming to 60 right now. Dave Washington is your leader. We've had quite a few cautions here in the early going. You're watching the RC.net Cup Series on a Tuesday night live on Noble Network 1. We'll be right back.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
Hey race fans, it's Carl Edwards, driver of the number 99 Aflac Ford Fusion with your eye safety tip of the week. Did you know that 90% of eye injuries can be avoided simply by wearing the proper ANSI approved eyewear? More than 1 million Americans have lost some degree of sight due to eye injury. That's a risk that I'm just not willing to take. Go to wileyx.com to find a dealer near you and to learn more about the first premium performance sunglass company whose entire product line meets occupational safety standards. That's wileyx.com. Wiley X. Safety never looked so cool.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, old man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on, automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac and never feel powerless.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
Welcome back, everybody. The last race before the chase. We're here at Richmond International Speedway on a Tuesday night for the RC.net Sprint Cup Series. Lights are off on the pace car. Just had a little quickie yellow right there for a slight spin, we'll call it. Brad Spidell getting tapped a little bit off of turn number 2. Dave Washington is your leader as the pace car now looks to the pit road, dives off. The field is in the 10 car's hands. Green flags in the air. We're racing again. Dave Washington, another great restart. Dylan Jones now to the inside of Cody Marshall for second.
They'll battle side by side into corner number 1. Look at there. You said it every start. He tries to get more and more position. 74. Eric Galamuru right on their rear bumpers. Ready to pounce if they make a mistake. Oh,
that's right. Look at it right there. He dove it right in there. Trying to take advantage of Cody Marshall being on the high side. Side by side. Heading to 1. That's the battle for third.
Oh, trouble. Tedrick around on the front straightaway. Gets nailed by another car. Couldn't get the number. Caution is out again. Brad Spidell on the car that hit him.
Yeah, Tedrick looks like I was talking about, Ben, just got loose. Got loose on that straightaway, and that was the end of it for Tedrick.
Hey, what Randy Hedrick did a good job staying out of the back up in there. Hedrick, the only reason he's way back there at the back is because on that last restart, remember, he got jumbled way back there and lost quite a bit of positions. Caution out again here at Richmond International Raceway.
Pit road's open. We'll see if anybody can head down this time or not. It looks like the leaders are going to stay out. Everybody's going to stay out except for Hedrick. He's going to lead the parade in. That's 9th place on back.
So we'll see if we can't try another driver here and talk with him. I'm just imagining if we could get a sound bite, Andy, of the old dial-up internet connection. You know, when you have to the dial-up. We could get one of them for the driver interviews. Anyways, he don't want to hear that. Eric Delariva's been Kill Crease up in the booth. You got a copy.
10-4, guys.
Tell you what, Eric, I was talking to you before the race, and you didn't seem too optimistic, or you seem quite a bit optimistic about this race tonight. You're looking pretty good so far in the top 5. How's the car feel?
Feels pretty good. We're all right, kind of throughout the short and the long runs. Just, we'd like to kind of get a long run going here. See what we can do with the guys in front of us.
Yeah, we noticed also, I talked about early in the show about restarts, Eric, being real critical, a chance where you've got, you know, the opportunity to maybe get by a car or two, especially seeing that this is almost a one-groove racetrack where that bottom line really prevails. We've noticed you on the restarts been very, not throwing caution to the wind, basically. You're just sticking it in there, getting as many positions as you want. Has that kind of been your strategy here in the restarts?
Yeah, kind of try and get by some guys, like you said, on the start. Because you're right, it is a bit of a one-groove track. You can get held up behind the guy in front of you pretty good. And if you get battling side by side, it gives the guys behind you a chance to catch up to you, and then you sort of might start shuffling back or whatever the case may be. So it's best to take the opportunity when the tires are fresh and everyone's nice and bunched up.
There you have it. Eric Delariva is restarting 4th on this restart. Eric, thanks for talking with us.
No problem, guys. Thank you.
Like I said, Eric will restart on the outside of row number 2 on this restart. RSeat.net, they are the official sponsor of what you're seeing tonight, the RSeat.net Cup Series. They have all your sim racing needs when it comes to comfort, seats to monitor stands. They have it all at RSeat.net. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and get a plug in for the West Pro Series Late Model Season 3. Andy, we thought last season was big with the 911 triple features.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun, but this season, I tell you what, coming up, I have some awesome stuff planned. Jegs Pole qualifying day for the South Boston 250 kicks off on November 10th, and then following the next Sunday, November 17th, South Boston 250, presented by Butt Kicker Gaming. They're back on board as well, Butt Kicker is. So a bunch of interesting stuff going on in the West Pro Series Season 3. Follow the West Pro Series on Facebook to be up to date with the latest in the development.
Well, let's size them up with the top 5. Dave Washington's going to lead them back to the green with Dylan Jones on his outside, Cody Marshall 3rd, Derek Delariva 4th, and look who's in that 5th spot, that 55.
6th is Trevor Smith, pace turns in. Washington wastes no time. Bunches up the field behind him, though. We're back racing, and Marshall already looking to the inside of Jones. Not going to take it there, though. Dylan Jones holds on to 2nd for the time being as we're clean and green through 2.
Kenny Bond Jr. now has worked his way back into 5th place, Ben. Kind of riding around in the back for a while. He's overtaken Eric Delariva. Now he finds himself moving up the field. Right now, the top 6 right now, still single file. They head back into 1.
Kenny Bond Jr., he qualified 3rd. Now shuffles back in the very, very early going. Finds his way back into the top 5. Maybe not for long, though. Here comes Delariva looking at the inside.
Eric Delariva back to that inside groove. He's going to have the advantage over Kenny Bond Jr. as they head back into turn number 1. Can he clear him, though? That's the question.
He'll get it done there. Does Bob Fry crossover? No. He'll stay where he's at.
Now it's Cody Marshall. Cody Marshall feeling a little heat from the 55. He's kind of separated himself now as they head back into turn number 1. We got a close battle all around here. Look at the battle for the lead. Only 2 tenths separate Jones and Washington.
That it is, but the closest on the track is from 3rd all the way back. A line of cars, Tilden Rose working their way to the front stretch right now. Cody Marshall leads them, and now here's Eric Delariva looking at the inside of Roberts. Not going to get it done there.
Not going to get it done that time, but Eric Delariva, we just talked to him early on in the run. That's going to be your chance to make the passes. but he's looking forward to a long green flag run. Hopefully we can get that here now.
Have to wait and see. Dollarita's still all over the bumper of Roberts. Kind of backed off of him there a little bit. He'll try again down in 1 and 2. A guy we haven't talked much about tonight. Number 5, Mitch Lennon. He's in 7th position, slowly starting to work his way towards that top 5. Watch for him at the end of the night. I think he likes this short track kind of stuff too.
Oh, he does. We know that from the late model series, man. A few wins over there this past season in the late models at the West Pro Series. So he definitely does like the short tracks. But Mitch Lennon's that type of guy. Oh, Eric Dollarriba gets him back into 55, gets him loose, moves him out of the way. Eric Dollarriba is back to 4th.
Bump and run on a short track on a Tuesday night in Richmond, Virginia. That's what I'd like to see. Roberts will fall back to 5th and Dollarriba up to 4th. I wonder if Roberts can get back to him, if he'll do a little payback. We'll have to wait and see. Kenny Bob Jr. now on the bumper of the 55, looking to work his way around.
I think Eric Dollarriba at that time was a faster car. As you see, he's pretty much maintained his lead, if not growing just a little bit over to 55. But we were just talking about Mitch Lennon in the short tracks. He's the type of guy, very slow, very calm. You don't hear about him. Oh, there's Kenny Bob gets loose right in front of him.
Pert save by the 2 car right there. Holy cow. That could have been 4 wrecked cars right there. And he's still trying to gain composure of it down the back stretch. But Kenny Bob Jr., a fantastic save on the front stretch there. Oh, Hedrick almost got into Lennon off of 4. Sorry to cut you off. He might have made slight contact with him because Lennon was a little upset down the front stretch.
Yeah, Hedrick now taking that spot back over. So move him up to 6th place now, trying to crack that top 5 again. He gets in position, he pulls away, but right now, right ahead of these guys at 55, looking inside on Dollarriba.
Oh, and Dollarriba's going to pitch him down. They almost made contact. Look at him. He's leaping literally about a half a foot. And Roberts does the same on the back stretch with Dollarriba at the wall. Dollarriba trying to hold him off. He will for now, but Roberts is going to get another run off the 4. Dollarriba gets sideways. There they go. They're crashing. Dollarriba, can he keep it from other contact? He does.
Everybody got the radios on?
I think both those guys will luck out here. Not too much damage, I don't think, is going to be on either vehicle there. But, wow, just a hard racing right there. They're both side by side. I don't find anybody at fault except the fact he got loose. Unfortunate right there. Dollarriba got a little bit loose. Came down on that 55.
That is what happened. And these guys, they've been racing hard the whole 5, 10 or so laps ever since we got the green flag for the last restart. And that's a product of it, racing close, and one guy makes a mistake, the other guy just doesn't have enough room or enough time to react, and that's exactly what happened there.
There we are, we're working lap 83, about to complete that bend, approaching the halfway here, 200 laps here tonight. Pit road is open. I expect these guys back to pit road.
Leaders on pit road, and while they make their way to their stops, I'm going to get a quick plug in right now. PowerTech Power Solutions, they're the official sponsor of the PowerTech Power Solutions Nationwide Series. They cover Southern Connecticut, parts of New York and New Jersey. Sales, parts, and service, they're your ones to call if the power goes out. WileyX.com, they're the official sponsor of the WileyX Truck Series. Here at Noble Motorsport, they have all your sunglass needs. From tactical motorcycle racing, outdoors, and safety, they even have prescription lenses too, so choose WileyX to keep the sun and debris out of your eyes. You can find them at WileyX.com. Leaders are out pit road. We won't spoil it for you. We'll have a complete lineup for you when we return from commercial.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, old man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on, automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac and never feel powerless.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
Hey race fans, it's Carl Edwards, driver of the number 99 Aflac Ford Fusion with your eye safety tip of the week. Did you know that 90% injuries can be avoided simply by wearing the proper ANSI approved eyewear? More than 1 million Americans have lost some degree of sight due to eye injury. That's a risk that I'm just not willing to take. Go to wileyx.com to find a dealer near you and to learn more about the first premium performance sunglass company whose entire product line meets occupational safety standards. That's wileyx.com. Wiley X. Safety never looks so good.
We are back here at Richmond International Raceway, set for the restart. Little jumble in the top 5. RC.net top 5 before we go back. Green flag Racing has Washington on the point. Dylan Jones second. Cody Marshall third. Randy Hidrick worked his way back to fourth, and Mitch Whitman fifth. And as Washington's in the gas, we're back racing here at Richmond.
Cody Marshall, woo! Dove it in way hard, turn number 1. He's going to get that second position out the 2.
That he will battle those 4 behind them. They're almost 3 wide in turn 3. Dollar Rica was almost the car sticking it 3 wide. He is going to stick it 3 wide there, except for around the outside of Hedrick, who got a little loose and slow, and Hedrick still having problems. He's got major problems on the back straightaway. Hedrick slowing down the back.
Another swap up here in the front. Dylan Jones able to get by Cody Marshall for second. They've all fanned out, but that battle back there, Hedrick got loose. Everybody getting a chance to get around him.
And he's worked his way back into the top 5. It's 11th now.
Right now, Trevor Smith looking to the inside of William Roberts. He's going to back out of it into turn number 3. Going to be all over his back bumper with a big run off of turn number 4. Trevor Smith, truck champ, looking to take another spot.
That'll be 7th for Smith if he can get by Roberts here. Roberts a little high there. Smith running the low line. Not going to do anything on the back stretch or in 3.
Oh, he's not. Look at Brian Neff for now. He's makes his way back into the top 10. He's riding at 9th right now as he's looking on and watching this battle firsthand.
3 right there, tail to nose, all 4 positions. Neff having a run here tonight in the Cup Series. Didn't have the run that he wanted last week at Talladega. They're going to rebound tonight, though. Top 10 for Ryan Neff. Up front, no change up there. Still Dylan Jones and Dave Washington. About 3 car lengths separate them. It's been that way almost the whole race. Cody Marshall sits 3rd. Mitchell Lennon works his way into the top 5. He sits 4th. T-Bomb Jr. is 5th, and Eric Dalariva sits 6th.
Hey, he does. Dylan Jones able to stay with Dave pretty much this whole race here. Haven't really seen, I mean, we haven't had the long green flag runs. It looks like the 11 slips up there when I was talking about it being able to stick with him. Slips up, loses a little bit of ground there, but, you know, we haven't had that really super long run, green flag stops or anything like that, so we haven't really been able to see if Dave Washington's car is able to pull away and just really take advantage of the field here, but he is leading the most laps here so far.
So far, and we are heading in to, or coming up to the halfway point. Seems like we should be heading to the final closing lap of this race. We had a few cautions that slowed it down a little bit. Almost at halfway, 3 laps away from lap 100. Marshall, he sits third right now, being caught though by Mitch Lennon. We haven't seen Lennon on the long runs, and Andy, as you and I know, that's where he strives. He strives on these long runs, and we might be starting to develop one here, and Lennon might be thinking it's time to go.
Yeah, he might be thinking that now. He finds himself, he's obviously gotten himself into the top 5 here this evening, sitting fourth, trying to get that spot away from Cody Marshall, just kind of buying his time, letting things happen, waiting for Cody Marshall to make a mistake, and off of turn 4, it's still going to be Cody Marshall at the line.
They're not putting too much pressure on him at the moment. This time by, though, once Washington crosses the line, he'll see the cross flags, and that will signal that we've got half down and a half to go here tonight in Richmond, Virginia.
Eric Dollarriva just made looked like Baum actually just kind of not washed up the track, but it looks like he just kind of gave that position. Saw Dollarriva coming, knew he was faster, gave him that position. Eric Dollarriva back to 5th.
That he is. We are halfway here tonight at Richmond International Raceway, and that's a good time to get some more plugs in real quick. Sandbass.com and Sandbass Galleries is the place to go if you want quality workmanship. Sam is the first official artist for NASCAR. You can give him a call at 1-800-556-5464 or visit his website at sambass.com. We also want to encourage you to do it all at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. We encourage you to like them on Facebook, just search NASCAR Hall, or follow them on Twitter at NASCAR Hall. Also want to get out there and give a big shout out to Competition Diecast. They're the official sponsor for the feeder series in Noble Motorsports, the Competition Diecast for a national division. You can find them at competitiondiecast.com. They'll make you a custom shirt, a custom poster, a custom diecast. And I think he even does custom high resolution backgrounds. All you gotta do is talk to Rick Donaldson over there at competitiondiecast.com.
Ooh, Dollarriva looking to try to get that 4th position, was all over Mitch Lennon, but got loose off turn 4. He's going to fall back into the clutches of Kenny Baum Jr. We'll have to see if Dollarriva can now make that time back up, but you were just talking about Rick Donovan in Competition Diecast. I picked up one of those t-shirts. They're just phenomenal. Just the quality is great. The t-shirt material, I mean, it's great. I urge everybody to head over there, especially grab one of those Noble Motorsport t-shirts that he just came out with. Those things are pretty badass, put it that way.
Marshall almost getting into the wall there. He might have barely scraped it. That allows Lennon to pull right up to his rear bumper, and here comes Dollarriva looking to make his way furthermore into the top 5. He's looking at the inside of Lennon for 4th.
He is going to dive it down in there. Is Mitch going to give him the room? Barely, but Dollarriva now sticking those in there off of turn number 4. Eric Dollarriva looking for that 4th position as they head back into 1.
They'll battle side by side heading into corner number 1. 1 is a very hard corner to get into because, Andy, you're coming off that curve straightaway, and then you have to make the turn down in 1, and turn 2 really it kind of confuses the driver because you're just all mixed up. It's hard to explain. But if you're ever at Richmond International Raceway, just take a lap out there in your car if you can. And just see what we're talking about with the curve front straightaway. Dollarriva loose off of 2 there.
That's twice now in the last like 5 laps there. Just getting loose out the corners, a little anxious to put that throttle back to the floor.
And Cody Marshall, he's flirted with the wall quite a few times on the front stretch. And here comes Dollarriva looking to the inside of Marshall. Off of 2, he'll have the nose. No. What about now? He has
does
the nose.
now.
This is for 3rd.
Yeah, he's side by side. He's going to make quick doings here. The 37. Not quite cleared now, but he should have in turn 1. But that's going to leave the door open for Mitch Lennon now to try to get a position.
Dalariva's cleared it. Now Lennon begins work on the number 37. Lennon on that inside. That's for 4th. Trying to get it off of 4th.
Yeah, Kenny Bob Jr. is going to try to get in there too. We're as they head back into turn number 1. Doesn't look like he's going to have it. Looks like Cody Marshall's going to be able to get back to that bottom side there and not lose too much ground as Lennon gets loose up 2, but he's still going to have that inside line in 3.
But Marshall went to the outside, and that allows Bob to stick his nose down low, hitting up Kenny Bob Jr. Shining his muscles in and trying to make it back into the top 5. Just behind these guys, look who's knocking on their door. That's William Roberts in the 55.
That it is side by side. It's Kenny Baum Jr. He's trying to get that 5th position away from Cody Marshall. Well, they get real close on the entrance of 3. Kenny Baum Jr. though going to prevail off of 4.
He does. Now Roberts sticks his nose in low. Does Marshall give him room? He will. Marshall goes way high. And William Roberts able to clear him on the back straightaway.
Isn't that crazy? Within about 5 laps, man, from 3rd to 7th goes Cody Marshall.
And that just shows you how quick it can happen. Lap traffic for these guys. That's Brad Spidell. He's on the very inside. This could get a little bit interesting for these guys up here battling pretty hard. Oh, and Baum's going to catch him right at the wrong time in the center of the corner. Roberts had a good chance to stick his nose in, decided better on the top.
Live to fight another lap. That's what it's all about. Is now William Roberts looking at the inside in turns 1 and 2. He's going to get it. Kenny Baum's going to give it to him. William Roberts now move him into that 5th spot.
Roberts battling to a top 5 position. Baum falls into the clutches of Cody Marshall. Going to let him have it just yet, though. As I'm pretty sure this is one of, if not the longest green flag run we've had so far tonight.
Yeah, we've had 6 cautions like we talked about for 28 laps there. So, yeah, definitely the longest green flag run we had. So this is the time where you're going to start seeing some of these guys, whether they have it or not on the long run. And William Roberts right now looks like he's one of the guys that might have it.
Certainly is up at the lead. You're not missing much, but we will tell you that Dave Washington has yet to pull over 1 second, over a 1 second lead on Dylan Jones. Jones still 0.8 of a second that lap. He's still hanging in there with him.
That he is, and you know what? For a chance to win, you got to be within reach of him. And so far, he gets a little bit loose on 4 there. So far, Dylan Jones has done all of that and been up front.
Let's look at the RC.net top 5 as they run right now. Has Dave Washington atop the boards with Dylan Jones sitting 2nd. Eric Dalariva sits 3rd. He's battling with Mitch Lennon, who sits 4th, and William Roberts rounds out the top 5. That top 5 was brought to you by RC.net. They are the official sponsor of the Cup Series here at Noble Motorsport. They have all your sim racing needs when it comes to comfort, seats, to monitor stands. They have it all at RC.net.
Well, we talked about the long runs. We finally got one going on.
That we do, and one guy I'm really keeping my eye on. Oh, trouble on the back straightaway. And the long run might come to an end. Cody Marshall sitting backwards in corner number 3. No caution.
Oh, he's able to get it righted, and now he's back straight, trying to get up to full, trying to get up back up to speed here. Oh, he's got quite a bit of damage to that 37.
He's way down low. And this could be it for Cody Marshall. A good run, turning bad tonight. And a matter of a life as everybody passing him around the outside. Still green flag racing here at Richmond on lap number 123.
Yeah, and he's going to head down pit road this time, so try to get some of that damage fixed, maybe get back out there and salvage somewhat of a good finish. Looks like he's going to actually go straight to the garage, though.
So a bad break for Cody Marshall here tonight at Richmond International Raceway. And he has now officially pulled it behind the wall. Dave Washington, for the first time tonight, Andy, has pulled over a 1 second lead over Dylan Jones.
Yep, finally, and like I was talking about a minute ago, I got all choked up about it, Ben, but Dylan Jones has been able to hang with Dave Washington, but then now you start seeing the separation back to third, over 6 seconds, separating Eric Dalla Riva in the lead. So definitely the long run now starting to take into effect here with these tires, and you're seeing it from some of these guys really starting to fall back now.
We want to thank you for tuning in tonight here on Noble Network 1. If you're joining us just because you heard that we were racing tonight from the court broadcast, you watched a good race last night at the Milwaukee Mile. Scott Olson, road course ringer, the road course guy over there, the road course guru, kind of like Dave Washington on short tracks, is Olson to road courses. He got it done at the Milwaukee Mile last night. And talked to him after the race, Andy, and I asked him if his road course stuff kind of helped him on the flat Milwaukee Mile. He said, I didn't know. I just found it, it clicked, and then I rode with it.
Well, that's exactly what it is. I mean, Milwaukee's not exactly. It's similar to this as far as the rhythm track, and in those Indy cars, once you get into that rhythm, get in that zone, as the guys start heading down pit road, it looks like Mitch Lennon.
Problems for Dylan Jones was looking like a dirt track late model down the front straightaway, about as sideways as you could get one of these cars without spinning it out. He didn't spin it, but he came close. It's going to drop him back to 1.7 seconds behind Dave Washington.
Yeah, Mitch Lennon, first one of the leaders to head down pit road here on lap number 131. Mitch Lennon, probably one more stop after this will get him to the end, but we know Mitch Lennon's that type of guy. Short pit's his game, and he took his 4 tires. Now let's see how much time he can make up on these leaders.
Wait and see. He's one of those guys who also, like you said, loves to short pit, get the tires, get on there, and be quicker when he comes back out. Sean Medling just in front of him. He's going to come down the pits. And Lennon comes out just ahead of Eric Dalla Riva. This is third right now, and nobody else has made their way in the top 5 down pit road. Trevor Smith is down. Now Neff will come down.
Here comes Washington.
Jones will stay out on the lap, though.
I think Dave Washington playing smart here. Doesn't want to have Mitch Lennon get too many laps on those fresh tires. So Dave Washington making his stop here at lap 135.
Robertson, Baum, they're down. Here comes Brunel. Jones now makes his way down to the pits. Gonna leave Dalla Riva in the lead here tonight at Richmond.
This is where we're going to have to watch. The separation was like 1.7 seconds, I believe, for that lead. After everybody cycles through here, it's going to be interesting to see if Dylan Jones was able to make up any type of ground on pit road, or if Dave Washington's crew was the better one. We'll have to see here in a few moments.
Also interested to see how much time, if any, that Mitch Lennon gains by short pitting. I'm sure he'll gain a little bit. We'll have to wait and see.
Take a few laps for everything to cycle back through for our scoring anyway, but Working lap number 137 here for our leaders, so we're closing in, Ben, on the about 60 laps to go here.
Yep, and speaking of the leader, Dollareva, he is down pit road right now. And got a battle heating up here for what is now 5th. By our scoring, Trevor Smith and Mitch Lennon going at it. Also throwing William Roberts in that battle as well. Eric Dollareva comes out just behind them. So this will be a 4-car battle. 4th position, excuse me.
Scott Wallace, who had stayed out, took the lead. He's on pit road. He just had his service done. Dave Washington now goes by him. Looks like Scott Wallace might end up actually pretty good here as he's coming up pit road here. He might be ahead of Dylan Jones.
He'll be right there in front of him. He will. But he's a lap down.
Yeah, he's still going to be a lap down here, but...
We got excited there for a second. You got to excuse us.
I hate our scoring. I wish it could be so up to date quicker.
Yeah, we have to, if you guys don't know how we have the scoring up here, our scoring update's kind of like at your local short track every time at the line. Not the case for what you're seeing on the screen. What you're seeing is each individual scoring loop around the track. We have to wait 20 seconds for them to hit the line again just for us to have an accurate scoring.
Well, looks like the lead those 5 seconds now Dave Washington has, so I give that round of green flag pit stops to Dave Washington's crew. And that 10 bunch, they definitely got it done.
And you got to wonder if Washington didn't gain some time by pitting a lap before. Jones as well, he might have gained that extra second or two by doing that. Just never know.
Well, you never know. The starting to shrink a little bit here now, though, is down to 4.7 seconds. Mitch Lennon, though, he's still sitting 5th. I don't think that early pit stop 4 laps ahead of these guys really made that much of a difference for him.
Yeah, I'm not thinking that either, but he's sitting 5th right now. It's still a good run for Lennon after last week. Talladega killing off with the win. 5th place would be fantastic. Back behind Lennon, Trevor Smith and Kenny Baum Jr., they're going at it. That's for the 6th position. A good showing for the truck champion, Trevor Smith, tonight.
Yeah, it is. First starting here in the Cup Series and doing a heck of a job here. Just gives that position 6th place to Kenny Baum Jr. there. But no, he pitted a little bit early, too, so that gave him some pretty good track position. Looked like it worked for him because I think he was sitting like 8th or something like that before the pit stop. So he gained a couple spots by that and a little bit of track position, but doing a hell of a job there, sitting 7th right now.
Let's look at the RC.net top 5. Dave Washington is your leader. He leads Dylan Jones, William Roberts, who snuck his way to 3rd. Eric Dollareva and Mitch Lennon rounds out the top 5. Dave Washington putting another lap on Randy Hedrick here, actually lapping him for the first time. Hedrick's going to be 1 lap down now.
That's going to leave 7 cars. Trevor Smith's going to be the last one on the lead lap here. But Ben, we talked about it pretty much all through the race. We talk about it every week. Look at that 55 car late in the going here. He finds himself in there for another top 3.
Yep, that he does, and I'm going to go out on a whim and say...
Don't do it.
If we have another caution, that William Roberts might be able to get up there and snag 2nd away from Dylan Jones, just because I think Roberts comes into the night, he practices, oh no, and he gets turned head first.
Yellow.
Oh, no.
Told you jinxed him, man.
Oh, man. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. We'll get the replay up.
Wow, tough break, man. We got to stop talking about
My
that. We stop
goodness.
doing these broadcasts.
That happened in the IndyCar race last night as well, talking about a guy and he crashed out. That had...
I don't think, you know what, and I don't think I can even blame the lap car there, Stephanie Burnell, because it looked like he was just holding his line, and I don't know if Roberts thought he was clear or what, but it just looked like he kind of came right up there.
Yeah, and a big crash for William Roberts, flying through the air on the front straightaway, and man, well, we got a caution. It's not going to help Roberts out any, like I said. He's down pit road. His night mostly done for tonight. My goodness.
Unfortunately, as all the leaders come down pit road, looks the same as usual. 4 tires, fuel, and back out. And Dave Washington's crew, again, keeps him with the lead.
Let's see if we can't dial up another one of our favorites to interview. Mitch, Big Kill Crease up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
I tell you what, Mitch, you've been riding around constant in the top 5 up here. We got this restart. We're going to restart with less than 50 laps to go. Do you have anything for Dave Washington in that 10 car up there?
It's not looking very good. Looks like I got a top 5 car. I don't think I got anything for the win.
Well, maybe nothing for the win, Mitch, but you did start towards the back of the field here on the beginning of the race. You come out slowly but surely, a typical race for you. We find yourself in, you actually started 6, but you find yourself here in the top 5 late in the going. Has this kind of been the plan for you all race long?
Oh, definitely. I like to keep a clean race, and if you can do that most of the time on these longer races, you'll end up with a good finish out of it.
No, definitely have. Well, Mitch, good luck the rest of the way here. Maybe we can get to talk to you in victory lane or top 3.
All right, thank you.
We'll let him get back to his job, and we'll get Andy back to his. And
Oh my God!
Get some better stats.
I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking like, wow, he started like 13th. No, that was Cody Marshall. Okay, anyway, so yeah, no, Mitch started. He dropped back at the beginning. That's what it was. It just got me all confused, and he was around the top 10 area, but he kind of, like I said, he slowly worked his way up, and here he is now, going to restart 4th here on this. Who knows? Could be the final restart of the race.
Could be, but might be the final restart, but it won't be the last of the action tonight. I'm sure that'll pick up here immensely here in these final 45 laps. That's what we'll have when we cross the line. Lights off, and look at the front row up here. Mentor versus the
protege.
Yeah, there we go. Couldn't find the word.
Apprentice, whatever you want to call it.
Washington, Dollareva, Baum, Lennon, and Jones, who had a lengthy pit
front
stop.
row.
There we go. They pull it down. Green flag.
Dollareva tried to time that one right. He's actually going to lose out on that. As now in the inside is Kenny Baum Jr. into turn number 1. Eric Dollareva going to try to hang tough. He does. He's going to still be second up turn 2.
Baum got a little tight. Dollareva gets a little loose. Now they're going to go side by side for the second position. Baum trying to make his way around the outside. Jones is there as well. He's got a race to go on. He's got a Washington to go chase after Jones, trying to get by these 2 guys in front of him in the early going.
He is, but still Kenny Baum hanging tough on that outside line and giving it to Eric Dollareva here with the fresh tires. Into turn number 3, still side by side, door to door with Dylan Jones looking to the inside.
What a fantastic battle. Dollareva has a slight advantage down the front straightaway. Baum enters turn 1 a little high there. That might have hurt him. Jones and Baum now go side by side. Lennon's looking in as well.
As for third, Kenny Bob Jr. now stuck to that high side. Mitch Lennon's going to get by. Dylan Jones got by Mitch Lennon. Now move him up to fourth as they head down the front stretch back into turn one.
Randy Hendrick got the wave around last caution. He has made his way up to the 6th position, looking to get the top 5, but for second place, Jones gets his nose chopped off by Eric Dallariva.
Dylan Jones obviously a little bit faster off of turn number 2 than Eric Dallariva that last time. We'll see if he has anything for him this time as they head back into turn number 1. Still all over the back bumpers. Dave Washington starting to pull away.
These drivers know that time is running out and their time to go is now. Jones trying to make his way up to the back bumper of Washington, 40 to go, and I think that Dallariva might actually be catching Washington ever so slightly.
He might be, but that's because he's driving the wheels off this thing, trying to stay ahead of the 11 off of turn number 2. He's going to look to the inside. Dylan Jones, does he have it? Not quite. Is he going to force it? No. No, he isn't. Oh, he isn't. Yes, he is. Off of turn number 4, they're side by side.
Dallariva handedly hit him at the line by 4/1000ths of a second. Jones will be clear of it down in 1. Mitch Lennon looking to take that third position away. Got the air off of his rear bumper right there. Got a little loose in 2. Mitch Lennon trying to get around Dallariva now. Baum is back there as well.
Hendrick's kind of falling back now in that 6th position, as right now it's just a battle between the top 5. Mitch Lennon really all over that back bumper. Eric Dallariva gets loose. Now he leaves the inside open for Kenny Baum Jr.
Baum now looking low. He's trying to get the 4th position. What a great finish this would be for Baum at a track besides Talladega. He's just had a rough season so far here this season, and a good finish tonight would definitely send him into Martinsville with a head full of momentum into the chase.
That's exactly what he needs, what his team needs. That's what they need going into this chase. It's just been a caution on the speedway.
Oh, well, we got a big crash. Trevor Smith is involved, Stefan Brunel and Brian the 3-car incident, and they're blocking the backstretch. Got to be careful with the leaders coming up. Not sure what caused it there. Looks like Smith just kind of got a little loose, and Brunel kind of came up a little bit, and then it just was on from there.
Woo, talk about someone squeezing by was that 73 of Sean Medley. Just points it to the bottom and just goes and was able to get by, but unfortunate there. Trevor Smith having a heck of a run here, his first race in the Cup Series. Got quite a bit of damage here. We'll see if he can at least stay on the lead lap or not.
Speaking of meddling, squeezing by there, he's first time we've seen him in the Cup Series in quite a while. He's 19 laps down. He has made up a few positions though since the beginning of the race. He was involved in an early incident. I tell you what though, if he would have had 2 coats of paint on that car, he would have been involved in that incident. But barely squeaking by that one. A few leaders decided to come down pit road from 3rd on back. It leaves Washington and Dallariva out there on slightly older tires.
Slightly older tires, Ben. We're talking about 13 lap older tires. We'll have to see how this one plays out on the restart. But listen, I'm not going to question a guy who's won 37 times here at Noble.
Looking to make it 38 tonight here at Richmond International Raceway. Still got some time to go, and believe it or not, when we get this restart, we'll have right at 30 laps to go. If it wasn't crunch time on the last restart, it's definitely crunch time now for these drivers behind Washington and Dallariva. This is a very interesting strategy, and I cannot wait to see how it plays out. Our producer just brought it up. Dallariva and Washington, they might be cutting it close on fuel.
Yeah, they might be cutting it close on fuel. I don't know, it might even be close for the guys who just pit this last time, but we shall see. Only time will tell as this one plays out here. I can't see inside these tanks, so I have no idea how it is, but the 2 RC guys, it looks like it's going to be a Sam Bass against RC here on this restart.
Waiting to get the lights off. We'll see if we can't get a quickie with Jones here. A quick interview. Dylan Jones, Big Kill Grease in the booth. Got a copy?
Damn, cool.
Tell you what, you got fresher tires. Now, how are we going to get around the 10 and the 74?
We're going to drive it off into 1, and hopefully we can clear that 74 and go after the 10.
There you have it. Pretty easy strategy to me. If I was behind the wheel, I think I could even do that.
Now, as far as fuel goes, Dylan, was that your last stop that you're going to have to make tonight?
For fuel, but we'll see for tires on how the cautions come out.
Well, that's good. Well, you guys, the 2RC guys, you guys ran up front last week, finished 1-2. Here you are in the second row here in the late stages. All right, Dylan, we'll let you go. Lights are off. Good luck to you the rest of the way. Hopefully we can talk to you later on at Victory Lane.
Yep, thanks.
Dylan Jones and Mitch Lennon, you talked about them. They were flawless last week at Talladega. I actually hooked up with Dylan Jones in an iRacing NASCAR series event at Talladega. We weren't as flawless as he and Lennon were, but
well, maybe he was, but you weren't.
Yeah, there you go. We did try, got wrecked out on like lap 60 of. Anyways, green flag back in the air.
Green
Washington's
flag.
in the gas. Jones has already cleared the 74. Now he's just got Washington to take care of.
That he does. Dollarita's going to try to get someone on the outside. Not going to happen. Off of turn number 2. Here's those fresh tires. Let's see what he's got. The 11. Dylan Jones now set sight on that 10.
And he's right there, 3 wide behind him. They almost make contact at the back. They keep it straight. Dylan Jones looking to the inside for the lead for the first time.
This is it. Looking for the lead now. Off into turn number 1, turn number 2. Dave Washington going to let him go. There he goes. New leader. Now the 11 of Dylan Jones.
Dylan Jones, he's got 2 cars behind him with older tires. You have to go back to Mitch Lennon, who sits 4th, to find the newer tires. And I don't know, I'm starting to question Washington and Dollarita's strategy here. This could be big.
It could be big, could cost him a win. Who knows? Only time will tell, like we said. It all depends also if the caution flags come out again. Like Dylan Jones had just said in his interview, he's good on fuel now. But if the cautions come out, you'll be seeing him on pit road for tires.
28 laps to go, and Jones is pulling a substantial lead over Dave Washington. He's almost opened it up to a second. Now, as we head down the backstretch, battle is on for 3rd. Dollarita leads a train of 3 cars. He, Lennon, and Kenny Bob Jr. going at it.
They are going at it. Look into the inside, doesn't get it there as Eric Dollarita just shuts the door on Mitch Lennon off of turn 2. Not going to have anything for him that time. Can he do it at turn 3? Mitch Lennon knocking on the door of the 74.
Won't be long before Lennon starts knocking on the bumper. There it is. Bumper down the front stretch. Dollarita got a little loose. Lennon has the inside. Does Dollarita give him room?
Gives a little bit of room there. Still side by side off of turn 2. Eric Dollarita does not want to give up that position on the inside because he knows if he does, here comes Kenny Baum now as Lennon clears Dollarita off 4.
Kenny Baum Jr. bump him to 4th at the stripe. Dollarita falling back. And that has to be because of the older tires on his car. Now Baum tags the apron, gets a little loose. Dollarita trying to look back to the inside, not going to have anything for him. Well, maybe so. Off of 4, he's looking low.
Looking low, but them 4 tires definitely showed up there for Kenny Baum Jr. He's now sitting 4th as Mitch Lennon's now starting to reel in the 10 car, and that's for 2nd.
I asked him if he had anything for the 10th car. He said he didn't have anything for the win. Looks like he might have something for the 10th car, though, with the fresh rubber. Mitch Lennon knocking on the bumper of Washington.
He is heading back into turn number 1. Dylan Jones has set sail with a 2.1 second lead on that restart as now Mitch Lennon all over the back of the 10, heading into 3.
Lennon's good on gas. Not sure about Washington. Washington could be trying to save a little here as well. At the line right there, about a car length separated them.
About a car length. This is where Mitch Lennon really makes up his time, is off of turn number 2. There he is, looking to the inside now. Dave Washington's head back to turn number 3. Can he do it this time? Washington gives way as Lennon looks inside.
He has a nose, a quarter panel, now a whole car clear of him down the front stretch. And Kenny Baum Jr. looking to pass him as well.
Dave Washington really sets it in there on the high side. He's going to give up that second position to Mitch Lennon now second as Eric Delariva gets loose off a 2. He's able to keep it straight there for that 5th position.
Washington back to 3rd in jeopardy of losing a podium finish. 20 laps to go here at Richmond.
He is in jeopardy now as Kenny Bond, Oliver's back bumper gets loose, almost loses it down the front straightaway. In the back there, able to regain it, but losing a ton of time to Dave.
He jerked the wheel to the left, and that doesn't work. You got to be easy on these things. They had a heck of a run up to the rear bumper and just had to get out of it there. He would have smacked the inside wall. Washington's safe for now.
Safe for now, but Dylan Jones is set sail 2.9 seconds now over teammate Mitch Lennon. They finished 1-2 last week. Can they do it this week?
It'd be pretty awesome if they did. Remember, Lennon stepped out on his teammate last week at Talladega to win the race. Jones had a little bit of underpower situation going on. Jones not underpowered tonight as he is leading this race at the line this time by over 3 seconds, and the caution is out. This changes everything as Sean Medlin has knocked down the inside wall on the back straightaway. Oh my.
I think that's not what Dylan Jones wanted to see. Let's put it that way.
Well, if the storylines weren't building enough as it is.
Plenty to write about tonight, Ben.
I'm telling you, holy cow. Man, this is like pouring 4 different food colorings into a bottle of water just to see what comes out at the very end. That's what we're about to do when we send these cars down on the pit road if they choose to pit.
Malton, here's pit road. I guarantee you're going to see that 10 and 74. And it looks like they're all coming down now. Smart move by everybody. Now it's going to be a battle of the pit crews, and then it's going to be a battle on the track with everybody with fresh tires.
Look how big of a lead Jones has already just in the pits. That may help him right there retain the lead. Now, does anybody gamble and take 2 tires?
I highly doubt it, especially from the 11 and the 5, because they know that the 10 and 74 are going to want tires, and the 2 probably. So I'm at, oh, Dave Washington, 2 tires only.
And he shuts you up just like that.
Oh my God, I got to talk to him later.
Oh my. Holy cow, this is going to get good. Coming to 14 laps to go. We're going to see if we can't dial up another driver here under caution. That being Kenny Baum Jr. running in the running in a 2 car in the 3rd position. Kenny, Ben Kilkery 7-2, got a copy?
Yeah.
How much are you wishing that these 2 guys get together on this restart and you fly by and sneak the win out?
I'd like that very much. I would rather not have the caution though. So I think that kind of hurt us right now.
Well, you think it kind of hurt you, but now you're all on an even playing field with these guys with the fresh tires. When you get the green flag, you're going to have only about 11 laps to go here. Now sitting 3rd, size up your attempt to get the 11 and 10 here at the end.
Yeah, we're going to try, but I doubt we have anything.
Well, I'll give you a secret. Watch out for that 74 on the restart. How about that one?
10-4.
All right, that's Kenny Baum Jr. sitting 3rd right now. Looking to make something happen, get a win here as they head to Martinsville next week for the chase.
Getting set to get the lights off on the pace car. And just because I'm a little bored under this caution, if you look at it, front row on the inside will have 10, and then the outside will have 11. Those are in numerical order. And then the second row, they'll have 2 and then 5. 2 on the inside, 5 on the outside, numerical order. And then when you go back to the 3rd row, 74 and 66, that's not a numerical order. I wanted to talk about something different under caution except for food this week.
Yeah, food's still the way to go, I think, Ben.
Yeah, I know. Oh well. I did have a sloppy Joe earlier.
Ooh.
And a brownie. Here we go. Lights on.
Manwich, Sloppy Joe, it's all the same.
Same thing. You can find the
It's a
recipe.
big mess.
You can find the recipe for that in the Noble Network 1 cookbook.
Yes, that will be coming out soon.
Coming to homes all around America in spring 2014. Lights off on the pace car. Washington shuts Andy Kessler's mouth clear up and puts some tape on it. Takes 2 tires. Jones restarts second. Baum third. Lennon fourth. And Eric Dolariba, he's been a maniac, I'm going to call him, on these restarts. He restarts fifth. Washington's in the gas. We're back racing here at Richmond.
We are, and the battle's going to be for second as Kenny Baum Jr. holds that inside line on Dylan Jones. Dylan Jones, though, tough competitor on the outside. He's going to take that second spot.
Mitch Lennon also going to use that outside around Eric Dolariba. Lennon really trying to make his way back into the top 3. Dolariba not going to like that. No, he puts the bumper to him off the pool.
A little bump and run magic by the 74 as he sits side by side with Mitch Lennon heading into turn number 1. Eric Dolariba's got that position. What I'm watching right now is these guys battle door to door. Is Dylan Jones is slowly reeling in that 2 tires of Dave Washington.
That he is, and not far behind is Kenny Baum Jr. in the 3rd position, and that 2 car waiting for them 2 to get together, which we could see. 9 laps to go at Richmond.
Dylan Jones, he's getting ever closer with every closing lap. The problem is now, you gotta pass him. He's gotta get that run as he's looking off of turn number 4. He's all over that back bumper.
Jones now looks to the inside. Washington's going to fight back hard on the outside. Remember, these guys have made contact once before back in Chicago. Contact for 4th. And that's it. Eric Dolariba into the wall. Meanwhile, back up front, Jones may clear him. He will off of 4.
He does. Dave Washington kind of dirt tracking it through the corner there. He's going to keep that second position for now. Does Dylan Jones have enough to run away with this thing with 7 laps to go?
Washington, he can put a car where many can't with old tires. We'll have to see if he can do that now. He's got some work to do to catch Dylan Jones and to stay out ahead. Okay, Bob Jr., he's going to spin out if he's not careful.
We saw the 2-tire not work for the 29, but we're talking the 29 and the 10. Totally 2 different drivers here as Dave Washington still trying to hang on to his Kenny Baum Jr. Now looks to the outside.
Washington really protecting that inside line. He's going to make Baum work the hard way around while he's battling with Washington. Here comes Mitch Lennon back into the mix as well. Baum gets a nose on the inside.
Gets a little bit on the inside coming off of turn number 2. He's got a fender on him now as they head off the back, down the back straightaway. Kenny Baum Jr. with that preferred line into 3.
Dave Washington, I've seen sprint cars on dirt straighter than he is around this pavement course. Kenny Baum Jr. gets loose as well on the front straightaway. A ding-dong dandy for second.
Dylan Jones pulling way away. He's going to get 3 laps to go here this time. This time by is now Dave Washington still side by side with Kenny Baum Jr. up at 4.
Now Lennon has his nose under the grill. Mitch Lennon trying to make his way into the top 3. Excuse me. Can he clear Washington and get to Baum's rear bumper and make a pass on him? He's running out of time because this time at the flag stand, they'll see popsicle sticks, Dolariba in the wall. No caution yet. 2 to go here at Richmond. Baum loose on the front stretch. Lennon takes it on the outside for now. Battle's going to be for second place. Dylan Jones in a zip code of his own. That zip code is 11 tonight. And he takes the white flag. And we are on the final lap here in Richmond.
What a battle.
Dylan Jones. He's going to head through 3 and 4. I'm going to go out on a whim and say that he won this on pitch and Jones goes to victory lane at Richmond. Second place, Lennon. Third, Kenny Baum Jr. and Dave Washington with the 4 tires. Excuse me, with the 2 tires, finishes 4th. Oh, we got a big wreck after the line. Randy Hendrick hard into the wall. Comes home 6th though. Oh, and hello. Maybe some timbers flying there, maybe be an accident, not sure. Whatever it was, it's good old short track racing at Richmond International Raceway, and Dylan Jones goes to victory lane tonight. He's about to burn him down on the front stretch if he doesn't bounce it off the wall. He'll have a big momentum, a big head full of momentum heading into the chase and to the race at Martinsville. We'll talk to Dylan and the rest of the top three right after this.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
Oh, welcome back to Richmond International Raceway. My producer giving me some hard time tonight. I'm going to go ahead and send it down to Andy Kessler, who is caught up with third place. We'll talk to Kenny first, and then I'll just turn right around and talk to second place Mitch Dillon, but he's going to talk to Kenny first. Andy?
That's right. I'm down here, Kenny Baum, climbing out of the car. Kenny, great rebound, great job. 2 back-to-back solid weeks for you and your team. This has got to make you be somewhat smiling as you head to Martinsville for the first chase race in 2 days.
Yeah, it's a blessing after what we've had to go through all season so far. So it's nice to be finishing good for once.
Yeah, well, that's back-to-back third-place finishes for you. Would you say qualifying, maybe starting up front, helps out a little bit with that as far as staying out of the mess?
Yeah, it does, but I dropped back within 5 laps anyway. I was back in like the 10th or so. So it didn't really matter to me. I just wanted to ride around, try to save my stuff till the end, and that's what I did. I stayed out of trouble and finished third.
Well, you were able to do that. Fortunate for that. 2 days, we head to Martinsville for the Chase opener. How do you like your chances there?
I hope to do the same thing there as I did here.
Well, that's good. Now, we wish you the best with that, Kenny, and we thank you for the interview. Anybody you'd like to thank for this good finish tonight?
Competition Diecast, Noble Network 1, Noble Motorsports, everybody else, you guys, myself. Thanks.
Well, I'm glad. That's the first person I've ever had thank himself, but congratulations, Kenny. That's your third place finisher tonight, and right here next to me now is Mitch Lennon. Got a solid second place finish, Mitch. Last week you had the first place. Your teammate finished second. This week you switched the roles here. You got to be excited the way your team is heading into the chase in 2 days.
Oh, definitely got things clicking together and getting some good runs out of both cars, and good points tonight.
Oh, it's definitely a good points night. Now we're heading into Martinsville, another short track like this. The way you guys, both you guys, you and Dylan ran tonight, you got to be pretty excited when we head to the paperclip.
Yeah, it's a lot like this one. You got to have a lot of patience and not overdrive your car, because if you do, you'll pay the price for it dearly.
Oh, you definitely will. Tires and everything. So now where you're sitting now, obviously the points are going to get all shuffled up. How you like your chances with the chase starting on Thursday here to go get that title?
Well, it's just that. It's a chase. You never know. Everyone that's in it's going to have a chance. Just takes a few bad races by any one individual, and it could be anybody's.
That it could be, and it could be your season this. So good luck to you, Mitch. Congratulations again on a great finish. Anyone you'd like to thank here tonight?
Well, I thank all the drivers for a good, clean race tonight. Obviously, RSeat for sponsoring. All you guys for the broadcast. It's been awesome.
That it has. Congratulations again, Mitch Lane. That's your second place finisher. I believe Ben's over in Victory Lane with a not so familiar face. We haven't seen him there in a while since Sonoma last season, but Dylan Jones, there he is, Ben.
Yep, we're actually on the front straightaway on the start and finish line, and Dylan Jones on that final restart. Dave Washington taking 2 tires. He was just not good with tires tonight, was he? But taking 2 tires, did you know that you were going to be able to get around him?
Yeah, 2 tires here was pretty much a death sentence, even if you had just maybe 4 or 5 laps on. I'm guessing he was hoping we wouldn't make it more than a couple laps before a caution came out.
We had the Martinsville Speedway next week, or not next week, Thursday actually, 2 days from tonight, or 2 nights from tonight I should say. How do you feel heading into Martinsville? You already got one short track out of the way and you're in Victory Lane. Can we put it back in Victory Lane Thursday?
I actually feel better going to Martinsville than I did here. Never really run good here, so I'm surprised by this. But usually run good at Martinsville, so good to take this momentum into Martinsville and hopefully get another W.
Have to wait and see. That'd be fantastic. 2 weeks in a row that the RC.net machines have finished 1-2. We just swapped them up this weekend. Dylan, who do you want to thank for the victory tonight?
Give thanks to Mitch Lennon for bringing me on this RC.net team. Shout out to the NASCAR Hall of Fame and all the sponsors and everyone working at Noble Network 1 for commentating these great races.
There you have it. Dylan Jones in Victory Lane tonight, looking for another W next week at Martinsville. And Andy, I'm going to go ahead and say that as Jones burns them down, heading back to the garage, I'm going to go ahead and say that this RC.net team, heading into the chase, I think they're the top dogs as of now. They've got a bunch of momentum behind them, and you're going to have to watch out for them next week and weeks to come in the chase.
Absolutely, Ben. Getting hot at the right time. We saw it last season. Dave Washington won the last 2 races before the chase started, continued it by winning the next 3 in the chase. So when he went on that remarkable tear of 5 in a row, but these guys, both of them, Mitch Lennon, Dylan Jones, 2 distinctly different personalities, 2 distinctly different driving styles. But ultimately, back-to-back weeks, same results. They each pick up a win here before the chase. So momentum, riding high, definitely, especially talking from Dylan Jones, saying that he wasn't such a huge fan of coming to this place, but he was excited that when we had all that practice before the race that got called, that's why we're here tonight, he was actually excited about how well he had been running there in that practice. So he was kind of looking forward to this race. Didn't think a win was happening, but you know what? Hard work, determination. This is what happens.
And let's talk about Dave Washington. Remember, last season, you said it, he was got to beat in the chase. I think that the rest of these guys in this field, I think they've got not only inside Dave's head, but inside Dave's crew chief's head and Dave's crew's head, because some uncharacteristic things happened tonight for Dave Washington as far as pit strategy go, and he even slipped up in those final few laps. We don't usually see Washington get sideways like that, and I just think these guys have finally found out how to, and finally have gotten inside Dave's head.
Well, I'm not going to go out on that limb and say they've gotten inside his head because that's one tough egg to crack right there. But you know what? Listen, by winning races like they did the blown motor last week, the 2-tire stop this week, I'm not going to say they're in his head, but you definitely got the guy thinking. Do I think Dave Washington's an absolute title contender? Without a doubt. Is he going to be a threat to be reckoned with? Absolutely. Last season it was him and Chad Simpson battling out. This season, I think the two powerhouses you're going to be watching for the 11 and the 10 car. I think it's going to be a great battle by these guys starting here in 2 days.
I'm sure it will. That's same time as it was tonight at Martinsville Speedway. Thursday night, let's look at the final finishing results tonight from Richmond International Raceway. Dylan Jones came out on top at the end of this 200 lapper tonight. Mitch Lennon was second. Kenny Baum Jr. third. Dave Washington fourth. Eric Delariva fifth. Randy Hedrick sixth. Scott Wallace seventh. Brian Neff came home eighth. Ninth was Stefan Brunel, and rounding out the top 10, Trevor Smith.
Brad Spidell will finish 11th. Sean Medling, early incident, rebounds, finishes 12th. 13th to William Roberts. 14th to Cody Marshall. James Ray will finish 15th. BJ Tidrick 16th. 17th to Ben Nile. And TJ Graves, who had that early accident on those 2 tires, he will finish 18th tonight.
And that is everybody that started the race here tonight. Next time we'll see you on the network will be Thursday for Martinsville Speedway, 250 laps there, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. And Andy, final closing statements until we head to another short track?
Well, I said it last season, Ben. I'm saying it this time. It's chase time. Who's going to do it? You got 4 races to figure it out. There is no time for any errors. There's no times for a mulligan. There's nothing. And we get it started at Martinsville at the Paperclip. This is going to be exciting.
One race can ruin your childhood dreams forever, and we'll have to wait and see how the chase starts off. That's only 2 days away from tonight. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors before we head off of the air. rseat.net, they're the sponsors of what you saw tonight, the Cup Series, NASCAR Hall of Fame, SamBass.com, Wiley X, PowerTech Power Solutions, and Competition Diecast. We'll give a big shout out to all of them. I also want to give a big shout out to Carl Brown for producing tonight. For Andy Kitzler, I'm Ben Kilcrease. Have a great night. We'll see you back Thursday. Remember to put the phone down.